Class, remember, as an officer, even though, let's say you work in the banks, and this guy is coming in and rob the banks, and he forces you to defend you, to shoot him, right? So after then, you shoot these guys here. Don't you know you have to perform CPR? Yeah, after this happening, let's say then, this happening, he forcing you, and you have to defend yourself, you have to defend the people in there, and you have to perform CPR. Of course, you're gonna take the guns away, you know, and then you start performing CPR. So this is the way it is. That's why even those police officers are supposed to know CPR, correction officers are supposed to know CPR, security officers are supposed to know CPR, because the first person they call, when they call 911, it'll take you like 15 minutes for police to come. If you don't perform CPR and it's too late, it takes the person like 6 minutes for the brain damage. So that's why an officer is supposed to know CPR, because at that time you call, it's gonna be too late. And you see, if the guy pass out, you don't perform CPR, you wait longer than 6 minutes, he's out there. So you got to know the basic CPR, right? So all these things happen. Let's say you walk in, you see this guy is in the floor. What I want you to do, first thing, check for your safety. Safety come in first. Then you call on the person. Yo, what's up? You good? You all right? If you're not responding, check to his pulse. If you don't feel his pulse, lower yourself down. You know, you keep checking, right? If they have any person in the room, you point on the person. If you know the person's name is best, you call 911. Look to see if they have an AED. We already know what the AED look like. So we already spoke about this. So the person come back, he say, hey, yo, we don't have no AED. I want you to place your hand just like this and continue perform the compressions. It must be 30 compressions. After 30 compressions, you check on his pulse. If he's lucky enough, you feel his pulse, you turn him to the side, pack his back. Most of the time, it's gonna be okay. Let's go back again. After 30 compression, you check his pulse, but this time you don't feel the pulse. Something might be wrong. What I want you to do, open his airway, open his mouth. Look to see something come out from his mouth. If he's not your family member, don't give mouth to mouth. You just go and continue your compressions again. Check his airway, check his pulse, open his airway until 911 come. But if this is your family member and you have an AED, inside the AED has a mask, you can open the AED. That was your mom, your father, your daughter. You can place the mask mouth to mouth. You do the breathing. But if that was your family member, they don't have an AED, you can go and pinch this person's nose mouth to mouth. Because that was your daughter, your family member. If that was a stranger, don't do mouth to mouth. You don't have no AED. Just the compression only that will help him out. You see how this works? So now, if they brought you the AED, always remember to keep the AED on your sides always. Because electricity, you don't want to put the AED right this side. See, if you have to use it, you might have to touch the person. Always remember to keep the AED on your sides, right? So they bought you the AED, you got to open the person close. Yes, you got to go out and open it. If you have any jury, I want you to read to see what kind of jury it is, because he might have a heart problem, stuff like that. If the person have a heart problem, don't put the AED on him, because he had a heart problem, you're gonna burst the battery, or you're gonna mess him up. If you see having an injury, you have to read it. So you don't have no heart problem, yes, you can place one right here, a part right here, the other part right here. And the AED has two numbers. One at 30, the other one in the 15. If that was an adult, you turn him to 30, and then you continue to do your compressions. He's gonna talk to you. You will say stop, don't touch, and press the button. You stop, you don't touch, you press the button. Most of the time, it's gonna come back to life, right? So that's the way the AED used. Let's say now, you walk in the restaurants or in the party, something like this, everybody eating. But this person not eating, he be choking. You know when the person choking because he's gasping for air, he's choking, right? So introduce yourself. Say, ma'am or sir, you need any help here? I'm a CPR certified. If he or she say yes, you will go behind the person here 5 times. 5 times again. If nothing happens, you go to the Hartmann maneuver right here. 5 times. 5 times again, and you can go back to back. Worst can happen, he might pass out. If he pass out, you already know how to perform CPR. Just go ahead. He already said, okay, you can do it anyway. Just go ahead, 30 compression, check his pulse, and call 911. You start the same thing you already knew, right? But one thing I want you to remember, if you know that person was eating some food at the restaurant, don't give him mouth to mouth. Just do the compressions only. Because that was in a restaurant and you know he was passed out, you know there was food in there, don't go and blow the food in. Just do the compressions only. If he was like knocked out some accidents, you can do mouth to mouth. But if that was food there, don't pull the food in. Remember, guys, when you even choking over the water, you don't want the water to get in. You want him to be out. When you already choke on the food, you don't want the food to get in. You want the food to be out, right? So this is the way it is. So I'm gonna go slow for what you was doing before, as you was asking.